Hello everyone, this is the Court Jester. So today I'm going to be trying something a little differently than usual. I'm going to be telling you a story. And so the story is going to be about one of my adventures at Pax East from last year. 2012, by the way, Pax East. It was the first time I had gone to Pax East. And the way it's usually held is it's on 3 days. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I only had one ticket on Saturday. And so, which is good because Saturday is the day where everything important happens. It's when all of the best panelists are there, when all of the best developers are there, the most people are there, all that good stuff. So, I was really excited because on Saturday, the day I had a ticket for, was the day James Portnow was going to be speaking. He's the one who writes the episodes for this web show called Extra Credits. And Extra Credits is essentially, like I said, a web show. And they talk about video games and how they're made, how the industry is improving, the people who make the games, and how it can improve on its own. And I watch the show religiously. I love it. Link in the description. But yeah, so they had a panel on that Saturday, and I was really excited to go see it. So I went there with my friend Owen, and unfortunately for them, I don't quite know what happened, but apparently they couldn't get the room for their panel, so they wound up having to do it in the expo hall, and then because of that, they couldn't get the right equipment, like microphones and stuff, to do the panel they had planned. So it just turned into a Q&A session where they talked as loudly as they could, trying to speak over the massive crowd in the expo hall. And so, the thing is, I'm actually kind of happy that that happened because it gave me a chance to do something really awesome. Now you're wondering what that really awesome thing is. You see, this is a tactic that we storytellers and writers like to call a mid-story cliffhanger. A mid-story cliffhanger is when, in the middle of a story, you bring up an important detail and then stall from telling them what that important detail is, or from explaining further what that important detail is. And it's a very effective tool because, like right now, you're all wondering what that really awesome thing that I mentioned is. Yeah, you're all wishing that I would just shut up about mid-story cliffhangers and get on with it. That is the magic of a mid-story cliffhanger. You see, it's similar to, say, a hook, except a hook tends to be at the very beginning of a story or essay, whereas a mid-story cliffhanger, as you can guess, comes in the middle of a story. Gripping, isn't it? So anyway, I got to do a really awesome thing because of their Q&A. Yeah, I just brought it up again just because I went on a bit of a tangent there, but yeah, mid-story cliffhangers, great stuff. So the awesome thing that I got to do was, they were calling on people in the crowd to people in the crowd had their hand raised and would have their hands raised. And so they would call on them, they'd ask their question, and James Portnow would answer it. And so I raised my hand, and after a while he called on me. And I did the best thing ever. I asked the best question ever. Now you're wondering what that question is. Mid-story cliffhangers, I swear by them. So anyways, he called on me, and so I asked my question. So I paused, then looked at him, like right in the eyes. I looked at him and said, in my most innocent voice, "Can I hug you?" And so he paused. He looked me over just to make sure that I was sane. And then he laughed and held his arms out and said, "Get over here." And so I went up, I hugged him, and somebody took a picture. I don't know who it was, but somebody took a picture. He said that all pictures would be posted to Twitter, so I'm not sure if it was somebody from Extra Credits who took it, because Jameson was the only one who I recognized from Extra Credits. I didn't see like Daniel or Allison there, so. But yeah. So I have never seen that picture of me and him, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, so he said that it would be posted to Twitter. I have checked Twitter numerous times. I have never been able to find it, so it's floating around there somewhere. I just haven't seen it. But yeah, so that was awesome, because James Portnow is, like, my hero, even though I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. Seriously, how do you pronounce that? Portnow? But yeah, so it was just great that I got to meet him. I got to hug James Portnow. But that's not where my adventures with Pax East and James Portnow end. You see, the next year, Pax East 2013, I went again. This time, though, tickets for Saturday were sold out before I could buy mine, so I only had tickets for Friday and Sunday. And again, their panel was going to be on Saturday. Now, I had a good reason to not be there on Saturday. Like, a very good reason. Now you're wondering what that reason is. Mid-story cliffhangers, I am telling you. But yeah, so I'll get back to what that reason is in a moment. But yeah, so I was really sad when I found out that I wouldn't be able to see them. See the James Portnow speaking at his panel. But, you know, whatever. I figured, you know, maybe I'll, like, get a friend to go see his panel and take pictures or something, you know, whatever. So, I went to Pax East. I went to the convention on Friday with my friend Owen, and this time my girlfriend, Brinley, joined us. And so, we were going around the panel. We were going around the convention center, and so we were just walking through one of the hallways. I was probably trying to kiss my girlfriend, and she was probably pushing me away, mumbling no at the time. That happened quite a bit. Love you, Brinley. Anyway, so my friend Owen suddenly stopped me, said, "Look up 180. So I looked up at the ceiling, and I turned 180 degrees. And so he got annoyed. He said, no, look down. So I looked down at the ground. And so then he said, get back to your original position. So I went to my original position, which was facing the wall, like facing Owen, like face, mid-level. And I said, okay, now look up 180. So I looked up at the ceiling again, turned 180 degrees. So that frustrated him, so he grabbed the back of my head and turned it so that I was looking across the hallway. Behind me was, and I swear to God this is true, James freaking Portnow. Portnow. Anyway, yeah, Jameson. I swear to God he was right there. And so he was like talking to somebody at the time, so I waited a moment for him to stop talking to him. And so I said to my friend Owen and to my girlfriend, get a picture of this, okay? Because I hadn't gotten a picture of last year and I really wanted one. So then I went over to him and I said, hey, Jameson, I'm a fan of extra credits. And so he looked at me and I could see on his face that he was trying to figure out where he knew me from. Like, he very obviously could tell that he knew me from somewhere, he just had trouble putting together where. And so then I kept saying, but last year, at Pax East during the Q&A, and then his face lit up because he totally remembered right there who I was, which was great. But yeah, so I said, I was the first guy who asked for a hug. And then he laughed, and he held his arms out and hugged me, without me actually asking for one this time, which was great. Love that guy. I'm not cheating on you, Brinley. But yeah, so he hugged me, and then I got my picture taken with him. My friends took the pictures. And the thing is, though, how the picture turned out, because I had told both of my friends to get a picture, he was looking at one camera and I was looking at the other, so that's why I'm not facing the camera in that picture. But yeah, small detail. But yeah, it was great. So I started talking to him. I said, hey, so I love the show. I watch it religiously. I feel like your shows just helped me so much. I really want to be a game developer someday. And so then I started telling him about how I wouldn't be there on Saturday and how sad I had gotten because I had missed their panel, and how cool it is that I got to meet them. And so then he said, oh yeah, that's a shame. So why can't you make it on Saturday? And so I told him, I stepped away from him, and I put my arm around my girlfriend. And so I said, well, you see, I'm going to be going on a date with this beautiful girl. So he laughed. He said, that's the right choice. And so we shook hands. He said that it was really cool that we got to meet in the hallways, and we went our separate ways. And I am honestly just so proud of that. And you know something? If he goes to Pax East again next year, I know this is gonna make me sound like a stalker, but I'm going to see if I can meet up with him again. And every other chance I get. I love extra credits, and someday he's going to, take more notice of me. He's going to start wondering about this suave gentleman who keeps hugging him. And I'm not going to say what I hope it will happen, because I don't want to jinx it, but who knows? I really love extra credits, and someday. It sounds kind of stupid when I say it out loud, but we all have our dreams. Anyway, this has been the Court Jester, and this has been a completely non-edited review. Damn it! So close! And this has been a completely non-edited video. So thank you for watching. That's all.